New Zealand Warriors, first trial, unfortunate 2-point loss to the Tigers, but I think the boys can hold their heads up high. Let's take a look at this one played out. Hey team, welcome back into the Warriorholic. Wasn't planning to do a post-game review for this one because it's only a trial at the end of the day, but I've got to say, I'm really disappointed to see a lot of fans out there running their mouths, wannabe bloody couch coaches, going at players, coming up with a whole bunch of toxic bullshit, being all negative just because we lost by 2 points in a trial game. We were playing a Tigers team stacked full of first graders. There will only be 1 or 2 different players in that team when they run out in round 2. They get the bye in round 1, so they effectively have 2 weeks off after their second trial, so they're playing their top players out there. Number of State of Origin players, a number of internationals, a lot of experienced first graders. We had probably close to our C team out there. Had it not been for those fucking Muppets running on the field again at the end there, when we had momentum in the last couple of minutes, who knows what could have happened. We were in the fight right until the end with a bunch of inexperienced kids. That's plenty to be proud of for me. Couple of points of interest. So, Zion Mayu, I feel for the guy. He was just trying to change the momentum, impose himself on the game. He got his shoulder about 3 or 4 inches too high. Bend those knees a little bit, different outcome. Keep your head up, brother. I hope you don't get suspended for too long, because the few touches you had can show you that you had an impact. So that's really what decided the game. 12 players for 60 minutes in that heat, first game out. And who was the team that finished stronger? The Warriors. So let's look at the key points if you watch my previews, what I wanted to see. The first point was, were we able to replicate the fundamentals that gave us a success under Webby? The defensive structures, the lack of errors, the structured footy, being patient, all of those things we delivered. Let's take a quick look at the stats. 52 to 48%. We had the ball. 85 to 72% completion rate in our favour. Defensive efficiency, 89% for us, 85% for the Tigers. That's close to as good as we had all last season. And for me, one of the things I wanted to see was single-digit errors. We saw 6. Count them, 6. Last year against the Tigers in Hamilton, we had about 14 with our top team out there on the way to a top 4 spot. 6 errors, people. With all of those interchanges in the first game of the season, that's Webby's ball. What are the other things I was looking for? I wanted to see what layers we've added to our team that will strengthen us compared to what we had last year. First and foremost, RTS. He is a massive upgrade on the left-hand edge in that centre position. No offence to Adam Pompey. He had a solid year, but RTS showed he is world-class. If anything, I think he came back more solid than I recall him. He's bigger, he's stronger, his defense to change momentum. The runs he made. 133 running meters in about 60 minutes. Our centres averaged about 80 to 90 metres per game last season. That's 40 more metres you're getting out of him in 20 minutes less. That's an upgrade. We were all questioning, is Bunty capable of delivering? Is Tom Ali able to come back and show that he's a high potential player for the future? Both of those guys smashed it up against a couple of quality first grade props. Both of those guys well over 100 metres. Bunty Afoa, 136 metres, 60 post contacts, and that's been a big criticism of mine and of him in the past. He changed his running lines. He was much more aggressive with his leg pump. He showed that he can step up and play first grade prop at a level we need from him. Tom Ali was playing as good as I saw him all last season on his best day. Those two for me were close to men of the matches. 145 metres for Tom Ali. Both of them tackling their asses off, up around 40 tackles each. So that's another level we've got. It means that even though we're losing AFB, we have 2 solid guys who are pushing a guy like Jazz, pushing a guy like Mitch Barnett to stay honest, otherwise they're ready to go. Either of those guys could be in the starting 17 come round one. What else did we see? I think we saw a number of these young players who stepped up and reconfirmed that they are ready. I'll start at the back. Tane Tuaupiki, he's not Chance. He's not RTS. But he's got something. He saved 2 or 3 tries with his scramble. His ability to float around that ruck, his foot speed, his ability to chime into the backline and ball play like a half. He's going to continue to add a great backup for Chance this year. Ali Lauatia. I posted a video of him before the game, and he delivered exactly what he did against the Canberra Cup team. I showed some highlights from him. He did it again. His ability to just make forward momentum with guys hanging off him, his speed, his X factor, managing to turn over balls with massive collisions there. To me, he's ready for round one. It just comes down to what Webby wants to go with here, but he's proven he is going to add some attack, some X factor if he starts. Jacob Laban played about 60 minutes. Absolute workhorse. He got around 40 tackles as well. Took the dirty meters. He just showed that he's an absolute class player in the making. Leka Halasima, the guy's like just turned 18 years old. His strength in the tackle. He proved that he's more than capable. Tanner Stowers-Smith, the impact he had when he came on for 10 minutes. Tony Tupanua, the guy played for 15 minutes and ran for 90 metres and about 55 post-contact metres in a 15-minute stint. That's something that we didn't have last year, a prop who can come off the bench in the last 15 and make that kind of an impact. No disrespect to Bunty. I think Paul Roach coming off the bench, he reaffirmed that he's actually a genuine contender at hooker. Freddie Lussick was solid, some great defence, a couple of misreads there. Potentially not the ruck manipulation obviously not the ruck manipulation we see from Wade Egan or the attacking flair yet, but Wade Egan's probably top 3 in the comp these days when it comes to ruck manipulation and attacking play. But Paul Roach comes straight on and scores a try. The strength he showed, his composure, that guy's a gun. Coming in behind him, Ituate Fukufuka, that guy's a hooker, came on as a running back rower. The guy's like a metre 75 or something. Axing guys. His ability to drop people with those knees tackles, he's a huge asset to us going forward. So many things to get excited about, people. Stop focusing on the score. Like I said, 12 guys, young fellas up against a much more experienced Tigers lineup. If I'm a Tigers fan, I'm the one who's going to be pissed off. How could they not put us away with all that experience and 12 guys for most of the game? If you wait for Webby's post-game presser, he'll talk about the things we could have got better, but he's going to be so proud of these young fellas the same way I am. They'll all be better for this experience. I see guys running their mouth at Ben Farr. The guy made a couple of mistakes just trying to change the momentum of the game, showing his enthusiasm. Don't forget the massive hits he put on to change the momentum, dislodge balls. He contributed some outstanding play there. Don't focus on the 1 or 2 small mistakes he made. It's his first game playing at this level. He will get better. He showed he's got class, speed, a lot to like about him. Same as young Hansen from, first ever game for the Warriors, making the step up from Flegg there. He struggled a little bit under pressure a couple of times, but at the same time, he showed some outstanding, real work ethic to get back there and cover and save tries. Setu too. Outstanding try there. Unfortunately, he jammed and got palmed. That shit happens. How often did we see our wingers jam in the first grade last year and get it wrong at times? So be it. The first try they got was a masterclass from one of the best hookers we've seen in a very long time. Shit happens, guys. Another guy, Graham Telfer, who was thinking about him as a genuine contender on the wing. That guy showed some serious strength and some wheels. Geronimo, coming on the back there, Geronimo Doyle. He made some deft little plays. That little chip kick through showed that he's got something. How many people even knew who he was a week ago? come through the cup towards the end of last season, became the first choice fullback for a lot of the last, the run in there. He's a guy people didn't know about. He's another one, another layer added. So for me, I'm really proud of the boys. Disappointed they couldn't quite close it out, but I'd take what we got out of that experience we got from playing in those conditions. I'll take that over, like, kick their ass by 40 points, whatever. You learn from these kind of games. So all in all, I'm quite, optimistic. I won't say I'm happy, because I would have loved us to win, and that would have been just such an outstanding effort if we had won under the circumstances. But shit, I'm proud of the boys. As I said, I'm taking away so many positives from that. And the couple of negatives in there, they don't come to first grade. Let's think about who wasn't there. No Chance, no Dallin, no Berry, no Tamari Martin, no SJ, no Tohu, no Marata, no Kirk Capewell, no AFB, no Mitch Barnett, no Wade Egan, no Dylan Walker, no Jas Tavanga. If we're lucky, 4 of these guys will make the starting team to play against the Sharks. All those other guys are still got to come back, so don't panic. It's a 2-point loss with all of our next gen. I hope you're proud, boys. I don't know if any of you are watching this, but mate, I'm really proud of the effort. Keep on adding those layers. Keep on working hard. We got this team. 2024. I still think it's our year. Up the mighty New Zealand Warriors.